Most remarkable stories of justice about Omar, may Allah be pleased with him. The mercy of Omar. Once, a poor woman came to Omar ibn al-Khattab, seeking justice. She claimed that a wealthy merchant had wronged her and stolen her only source of income. Rather than relying solely on her testimony, Omar investigated the matter thoroughly. He discovered that the merchant was indeed guilty and had to compensate the woman for her losses. Despite the woman's plea for harsh punishment, Omar showed mercy and ordered the merchant to return the stolen goods and provide additional support to the woman's family. This act of justice and compassion became a testament to Omar's fairness and empathy. Equality before the law. In another instance, a powerful tribal chief was accused of assaulting a weaker member of the community. Despite the chief's status, Omar treated the case with impartiality. He ensured that both parties had equal opportunities to present their evidence and arguments. In the end, the chief was found guilty and faced the appropriate consequences for his actions. Omar's commitment to upholding justice, regardless of social status, earned him respect and admiration among the people. Protecting the vulnerable. A group of travelers sought refuge in Medina, seeking Omar's protection from a neighboring tribe that sought to harm them unjustly. Without hesitation, Omar provided sanctuary to the travelers and offered them support until they could safely continue their journey. When the aggressors demanded the travelers be handed over, Omar firmly rejected their demands, citing principles of justice and hospitality. Through his actions, Omar demonstrated his commitment to safeguarding the rights of the vulnerable against oppression and tyranny. Restoring trust in governance. During Omar's caliphate, there were instances where corrupt officials abused their power for personal gain. Omar implemented strict measures to root out corruption and ensure transparency in governance. He established systems of accountability and encouraged whistleblowers to come forward with evidence of wrongdoing. Those found guilty of corruption faced severe penalties, regardless of their position or influence. Omar's unwavering dedication to justice restored the people's trust in their leaders and paved the way for a more just society. Forgiveness and reconciliation. After the conquest of Jerusalem, Omar visited the city to negotiate its terms of surrender. Despite the city's resistance, Omar offered generous terms that guaranteed the safety of its inhabitants and the protection of their religious sites. He forgave those who had fought against the Muslims and encouraged reconciliation between the different communities. Omar's magnanimity and commitment to peace showcased his belief in justice tempered with compassion, leaving a lasting legacy of harmony in the conquered territories. The camel's case. One day, a woman came to Omar, complaining that a man had unjustly taken her camel. Both the woman and the man presented their arguments, but Omar noticed something unusual. He asked for the camel to be brought into the court. Upon seeing the camel, Omar ordered it to be led to both the woman and the man separately. The camel showed affection towards the woman but remained indifferent to the man. Realizing the truth, Omar ruled in favor of the woman, stating that the camel's reaction was a clear indication of ownership. This story became renowned as an example of Omar's wise and intuitive approach to justice. The stolen armor. Once, a soldier accused another of stealing his armor. Both soldiers presented compelling arguments, leaving Omar in a dilemma. To resolve the matter, Omar suggested examining the armor of both soldiers closely. Upon inspection, Omar noticed that the armor of the accused soldier was a better fit than that of the accuser. He reasoned that a thief wouldn't have armor that fit him so well. Omar's keen observation and logical deduction led to the rightful owner reclaiming his armor, showcasing his commitment to fair and meticulous judgment. The fair distribution of wealth. During his caliphate, Omar faced a situation where a wealthy merchant had accumulated vast amounts of wealth through unfair means. Despite the merchant's influential connections, Omar ordered an investigation into his wealth and holdings. Upon discovering the illegitimate gains, Omar confiscated the excess wealth and distributed it among the needy and deserving members of society. This act demonstrated Omar's determination to uphold economic justice and ensure that wealth was distributed equitably among the people, regardless of their social status. Justice for the non-Muslims. Omar's commitment to justice extended to non-Muslims living under his rule as well. Once, a Christian man came to Omar seeking justice against a Muslim who had wronged him. Omar ensured that the case was heard fairly and ruled in favor of the Christian man, despite the defendant being a fellow Muslim. This act exemplified Omar's adherence to justice and his willingness to uphold the rights of all individuals, regardless of their religious affiliation. Punishing the powerful. In another notable incident, Omar's own son, Abdullah, was found guilty of drinking alcohol, which was strictly prohibited. Despite his personal attachment, Omar did not hesitate to administer the prescribed punishment, which was public lashing. This event demonstrated Omar's unwavering commitment to the rule of law and equality before it, showing that even those close to him were not above justice.